Thanks so much for being with us here on Atlanta News First Plus. I'm Joy Lim Nakarin. Okay, so want to get to some of the top stories that we're following right now, starting with the driver being charged after getting into a wreck with police. Okay, so here's some video that our crews captured from the scene. What we've learned developing this morning is that the driver of a pickup truck is facing these charges after 2 Atlanta Police Department officers were rear-ended by this driver overnight. The accident happened at the intersection of Mitchell and Forsyth Streets. The officers were taken to Grady Memorial Hospital with minor injuries. The driver of the pickup truck is now facing charges for a license violation. Obviously, it's getting into a wreck with police officers would certainly lead to charges, and that is the case for this driver. It's a story that we're going to continue to follow. Also want to let you know about the latest on this story that we are following as well. Really a tragic situation involving the death of a Manchester High School football player. So this individual, this young person was found dead just the day before he was supposed to play in the state championship. So the timing is really heartbreaking for everyone who knows and loves him. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation is still looking into exactly what happened here. They are involved. Atlanta News First reporter Madeline Montgomery has more from Mercedes-Benz Stadium, where his teammates are actually preparing to play tonight.
The Meriwether County coroner says that it is 17-year-old Brandon Smith who's died and whose death is now being investigated by the GBI. Now we have video from a scene that involves police, it involves the Meriwether County coroner, and it involves GBI agents, all looking into what exactly happened to this teenager. That scene located in downtown Manchester at the corner of 3rd Avenue and 3rd Street. The circumstances surrounding Smith's death still unknown. A witness told our sister station WTVN that they heard a number of gunshots shortly before police pulled up and this scene unfolded. And according to Manchester High School's website, Smith was an offensive and defensive lineman for the football team. We have video of the team, the Blue Devils, celebrating their victory in the playoffs. They were heading to the state championship today for the first time in 26 years. The superintendent of Meriwether County Schools put out a statement about Smith's death, saying in part, "We are heartbroken to hear the news of the tragic and untimely death of one of our student athletes, Brandon Smith. Brandon was a loyal teammate and friend who excelled on and off the field. He will be deeply missed." The school will have mental health support on campus, but a lot of the students and teachers are actually going to be leaving early today so they can come up here to Atlanta to see the playoff game. That's going to be happening at 7. Reporting in downtown Atlanta, I'm Madeline Montgomery, Atlanta News First.
And of course, condolences to the family. Thank you so much, Madeline, for that report. Okay, want to also get to the latest on MLK's childhood home. So again, the childhood home, if you're not aware of the story, the childhood home of Martin Luther King Jr. was targeted, and the woman who's accused of trying to burn it down is remaining in jail. Her name is Lanisha Henderson. She appeared in court on an attempted arson charge. Well, she has now been denied bond. The judge has expressed concerns about her unstable living situation and the crime that she is charged with, but that was certainly made headlines and raised a lot of concerns over the weekend if you've been following this story. Okay, it is that time of year when everybody's trying to ship out their packages for the holidays, get those gifts to their loved ones, and yeah, definitely a very busy time for UPS. The holiday shipping season definitely in full swing, and there's some important shipping deadlines that you don't want to miss. You don't want them to sneak up on you. Atlanta News First reporter Bridget Spencer went to the UPS Customer Center in Roswell with some of these important dates.
Here at the UPS Roswell facility, you can already see there are several trucks lined up. Drivers are ready to hop in and get these packages out today. Now, you're going to have to remember some important dates coming up in the next couple of weeks. And if you're like me, sometimes you might be a little bit of a procrastinator, but guess what? UPS has you covered. Now, when it comes to UPS Ground, you might want to check online for details, but 3 Days Select, they have a deadline of December the 19th. Second day air, you will need to ship by December the 20th, and next day air, you'll need to ship by December 21st for it to get there in time for Christmas. The holiday shopping season is in full swing right now, and employees are hard at work across the country now making sure packages are delivered on time. Atlanta-based UPS says they actually hired at least 100,000 seasonal workers to tackle the peak season, and they're going to try to get those gifts shipped out as soon as possible, but they need your help.
If we can get the packages on the time, we can get them to you and other families for Christmas.
Another important thing to note, UPS will not be delivering packages on Sunday, Christmas Eve. So it's important to really get those gifts shipped out before or on those deadlines. In Roswell, Bridget Spencer, Atlanta News First.
Thank you so much to Bridget for that report. Okay, want to talk a little bit about this forecast now. Actually, I should say I want meteorologist Rodney Harris to talk about it because he knows what he's talking about. All of a sudden, it's just so cold this morning.
Yeah, it is cold, because of a little wind that we had earlier this morning. Temperatures were actually near freezing, and we've done that before. But because of a slightly elevated wind, it made it feel like the 20s this morning. So that was kind of that bite that we had in the air. In fact, if you were out yesterday in the evening, you felt that that wind and that cold too. And we basically had a continuation of that this morning. So let's walk you through the rest of the day because the wind will actually relax a little bit this afternoon. So it won't be quite as bad later on today. But the temperatures themselves won't warm much. So by lunchtime, it's still feeling like 39 degrees. That's your wind chill. And at 3 o'clock, feeling like 45 degrees. So you'll need the coat all day today. The actual high, 49 degrees with plenty of sunshine. In fact, we're going to see sun the entire week. It'll stay dry all week. Highs won't get out of the 50s, though. So after today, those highs are in the 50s and will stay there through the weekend. In terms of rain, we won't see any rain this week. The next best chance of rain will come on Sunday. Got a system we're watching further south. It's going to impact the Gulf Coast states, Florida. So if you're headed south over the weekend, expect rain. That rain will lift north going into Sunday, so it looks like that's when our next best chance of rain in Metro Atlanta will be. Those days may be reconfigured Saturday and Sunday, so we'll keep you up to date on those rain chances. But up until this weekend, again, just dry and cold, so make sure and prepare for that all week long. Have a great Monday. We'll have an updated forecast on Atlanta News First at noon, and until next time, we'll see you soon.